Tim Ferriss, renowned for his book The 4-Hour Workweek, is a champion of systematic experimentation, a methodical approach he uses to maximize productivity, learning, and personal growth. Systematic experimentation involves the deliberate testing of ideas, routines, and practices in small, controlled ways to identify what works best for an individual. This approach is characterized by iteration, measurement, and refinement, allowing for efficient problem-solving and optimization of one's lifestyle and performance. The significance of this concept is that it empowers individuals to break away from conventional thinking and discover personalized solutions that align with their unique goals and circumstances. One real-world application of Ferriss's approach is in productivity hacks. Ferriss himself famously conducted a series of experiments on task prioritization, resulting in techniques such as the 80-20 principle, which states that 80% of results come from 20% of efforts. By identifying and focusing on these critical tasks, Ferriss advocates that anyone can dramatically increase their efficiency. Another example is his experimentation with diet and fitness, as documented in The 4-Hour Body, where he tested different routines and nutrition plans on himself to hack physical well-being. These experiments have inspired many to tailor their diet and exercise regimens based on measured results rather than broad conventions. Supporters of Ferriss's methodology, including productivity experts and entrepreneurs, view this approach as an innovative way to fast-track personal and professional development. They argue that it encourages creativity, adaptability, and a rejection of the one-size-fits-all mindset pervasive in self-help literature. However, systematic experimentation is not without challenges or controversies. Critics argue that Ferriss's methods may oversimplify complex issues or not be universally applicable due to individual differences. There's also the risk of confirmation bias, where individuals might interpret results through a subjective lens, potentially leading to inaccurate conclusions. Additionally, some people may find the trial and error process time-consuming or overwhelming, particularly without clear guidance or resources. This concept of systematic experimentation connects deeply with unleashing potential, the central theme of the topic. It underscores the idea that personal and professional growth can be accelerated and maximized when one employs an iterative, data-driven approach to self-improvement. By embracing this mindset, individuals can uncover innovative strategies that dovetail with the broader aspects of life, including productivity, health, and creativity, thereby creating a holistic pathway to realizing one's fullest potential. Tim Ferriss is known for his unconventional methods of maximizing personal and professional success. A key component of his approach is systematic experimentation, a process that involves setting up controlled tests to optimize and innovate various aspects of life and business. At its core, systematic experimentation is about identifying hypotheses, testing them under specific conditions, and measuring outcomes to make informed decisions. This method allows individuals and organizations to discover efficient solutions, innovate continuously, and maintain a competitive edge. The significance of systematic experimentation in unleashing potential lies in its data-driven approach. Rather than relying on guesswork or traditional wisdom, it provides a framework for tangible improvement through trial and evidence. For instance, Ferriss famously used himself as a human guinea pig to test different productivity techniques, which he later documented in his best-selling book, The 4-Hour Workweek. By reducing work hours and outsourcing tasks, he demonstrated how traditional business models could be challenged and reimagined. A real-world example of systematic experimentation can be found in businesses implementing A/B testing. Companies like Netflix and Google are notorious for running thousands of tests to determine user preferences and optimize user experience. By systematically testing various hypotheses, these companies can make data-backed decisions that lead to better product offerings and enhanced customer satisfaction. Another example is in the health and fitness industry, where individuals experiment with different diets or workout regimes to find personalized solutions that work best for them, reflecting Ferriss's own experiments with diet and nutrition. While the benefits of systematic experimentation are widely acknowledged, there are challenges and criticisms. Critics argue that the approach can sometimes lead to analysis paralysis, where the constant need for testing and data can delay decision-making. Others point out that experimentation can be resource-intensive, and not every individual or organization has the capacity to systematically test every hypothesis. Additionally, some traditionalists may resist the idea, favoring conventional wisdom over data-centric methodologies. Despite these challenges, systematic experimentation connects deeply to Tim Ferriss's overarching theme of unleashing potential. It encourages a mindset of curiosity, openness to failure, and continuous learning cornerstones of personal and professional growth. By fostering a culture that prioritizes data over assumptions, it complements other aspects of Ferriss's methods, such as rapid skill acquisition and lifestyle design. Overall, systematic experimentation empowers people to challenge the status quo, paving the way for innovation and achievement in diverse fields. The foundational principles of Tim Ferriss's approach to unleashing potential through systematic experimentation focus on breaking down complex tasks into manageable experiments, optimizing resources, and embracing the iterative process. Ferriss, renowned for his best-selling book, The 4-Hour Workweek, advocates for the application of the Pareto principle, or the 80-20 rule, to identify and concentrate on the vital few activities that generate the most significant results. Additionally, his approach emphasizes the importance of minimum effective dose, which means finding the smallest input that produces the desired outcome. This method encourages efficiency and eliminates wasted effort, leading to greater productivity and innovation. Tim Ferriss's methodology is significant because it empowers individuals to overcome barriers and achieve their goals more effectively. By using experimentation as a tool for exploration and learning, people can systematically identify what works best for them, thereby maximizing their potential. This approach is not only applicable to personal development, but also extends to business, fitness, and other areas where optimization is key. In real-world scenarios, Ferriss's principles are exemplified by his own experiments, such as learning a new language in a short period by identifying the most frequent vocabulary and practicing intensively. Similarly, in the business environment, companies apply these principles through agile project management practices, where iterative development and testing allow for continual improvement and adaptation. Proponents of Ferriss's methods often highlight its flexibility and adaptability. They argue that by focusing on experimentation and iteration, individuals and businesses can be more resilient in the face of change and uncertainty. The approach encourages a mindset of curiosity and a willingness to fail forward, which is deemed essential for innovation and progress. However, some critics argue that while Ferriss's methods can be highly effective, they may not be suitable for all contexts. For instance, highly regulated industries may find it challenging to experiment freely due to compliance constraints. Others point out the potential pitfall of oversimplifying complex issues, resulting in solutions that might not address underlying fundamental problems. The foundational principles of Ferriss's approach connect with other aspects of unleashing potential by fostering a mindset of growth and adaptability. By encouraging a culture of experimentation, individuals can break free from traditional constraints and explore new pathways, leading to enhanced creativity and the realization of untapped potential. Ferriss's method provides a framework for continuous improvement and learning, essential components for anyone seeking to maximize their capabilities in today's fast-paced world. The concept of unleashing potential, Tim Ferriss's method for systematic experimentation, revolves around the idea of using structured and deliberate experiments to discover and maximize personal and professional capabilities. At its core, this method encourages a scientific approach to self-improvement by formulating hypotheses, testing them through controlled experiments, analyzing the results, and making informed decisions based on findings. Ferriss popularizes this framework in his widely read books, such as The 4-Hour Workweek, where he advocates for challenging conventional wisdom to achieve extraordinary results. The significance of Ferriss's method lies in its transformative potential. By embracing systematic experimentation, individuals can break free from limiting beliefs and explore a broader spectrum of possibilities. This approach enables people to identify effective strategies, optimize performance, and ultimately scale success across various areas of life and work. Ferriss's method has been instrumental in empowering many to redesign their lives, achieve work-life balance, and pursue entrepreneurial ventures with minimal risk. In practice, this method is exemplified by Ferriss's own experiences. For instance, he experimented with different languages and learning techniques, ultimately developing accelerated learning methods that challenge traditional education models. Additionally, Ferriss applied his approach in the health and fitness domain, using self-experimentation to debunk myths about dieting and exercise, bringing evidence-based strategies to a wider audience. Supporters of Ferriss's method highlight its empowering nature. Notable figures in the personal development space, such as Tony Robbins and Ryan Holiday, praise the merits of testing and iteration for personal growth. They argue that adopting a mindset focused on experimentation fosters resilience, adaptability, and a lifelong passion for learning. However, Ferriss's method is not without its challenges and controversies. Critics point out that some experiments might lead to unintended consequences or ethical dilemmas if not carefully managed. There is also skepticism about the accessibility and practicality of some of Ferriss's ideas, as not everyone has the resources or circumstances conducive to experimenting with their lifestyle at such a granular level. Despite these concerns, the method is inherently interconnected with other aspects of self-improvement and productivity. It complements goal setting, enhances decision-making processes, and encourages continuous reflection and learning in this light. Ferriss's model acts as a catalyst for innovation and progress, allowing individuals to chart unique paths towards personal excellence and achievement. In summary, Ferriss's systematic experimentation is a valuable tool for those seeking to unlock their true potential and navigate an ever-evolving world.